Hi, my name is Lou Sierveld. Welcome to another episode of Meet the Gaffer. When you open books on lighting, like Harry Box's and Alan Steinheimer's, one of the first chapters you'll read will be about lighting basics or lighting strategies. And the go-to examples are about how to light a person, often with a concentration on a person's face. The stories we tell, imagined or not, draw us in because we want to see ourselves in those stories. And our entry point is someone we can identify with or aspire to become. So lighting people, and more specifically a person's face, is foundational to our craft. Companies produce a lot of informational video. We're constantly being sold an idea about a product or a service. As filmmakers, we're trying to make a connection and invite the viewer into a way of seeing and experiencing reality that naturally incorporates acceptance of what we're showcasing. Some of the best ways are through day-in-the-life testimonials, where you see the product or service being used by someone like you. I mean, let's be honest. That's why manufacturers seek out YouTubers to talk about their products. We're all trying to make a connection here. The key is authenticity and integrity. You ignore the cheap-ass ring light you see there, or the 50-person crew behind the camera, and either believe or decide to reject the exchange. So whether a review is negative or positive, you're still left asking, do I believe this person? We're all trying to make good decisions about our career and our gear. You still have to decide, do I buy this or not? And of course, there are a million scenarios of where we're all at. So any given light fixture will be the right or wrong choice depending on your circumstances. So just know, I'm going to continue to talk from my circumstance. What's true for me may not be true for you. But regardless, I still want to connect, because good lighting plays a strong role in this dialogue we call life. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. This monologue was brought to you by the new Aputure B7c 8 light kit, which comes in a handy case that isn't just a holder for your bulbs, it's a charger. This was like a 24-hour film challenge, where I had the Lazy Susan and a box set of Aputure B7c bulbs. I wanted to figure out how to get both those elements into the same video. I was still thinking about how lighting the human face is such a foundational aspect of what we do, so that became the jumping off point. I wrote the monologue in the morning, set up the rig and re-familiarized myself with the Sidus app in the afternoon, and then shot into the evening. The next day was for editing, where I threw away half the monologue. Be thankful. Originally, I was going to cut between different colored backgrounds as I came around, but my delivery wasn't similar enough between takes to make that work, so I just jump cutted the best take. Fine art training usually includes life drawing. You'll see some of the RGB stuff in a minute. Not the greatest result, but I had a whole lot of fun mashing it up and getting familiar with the B7Cs, which are yet another wonderful tool from the folks at Aputure. This silly dance you see me doing here, it's because the legs of the lowboy combos were sticking into the circle, and so I'd sort of have to step over them, and then I'd get a foot caught, then I'd have to pull it up, and then I would jerk, on camera, and so it was just this awkward thing that I should have taken the time to fix, but because it was so difficult getting in and out of that ring, I just kind of went with it, and it caused pain and poor delivery. My wife Jan was kind enough to take some video before I got going. Anyone who does this themselves, this sort of single person production, knows the joys of not being able to be two places at once. You're having to focus, you're having to set a frame, but you can't be in the frame while you're doing that. And yeah, that's just part of it. And it's frustrating, but also a lot of fun.
You know, you got to stand in the middle of the Lazy Susan here. So I was kind of bunging up on this stand a lot. You get tied up in knots and you get really dizzy. I've got a teleprompter here. It's all battery operated, so that works. I do have this monitor running off a battery here, but I took the other teleprompter out, put the iPad here, so when that rolls, it's here. Hello. Oh, here. So that makes that easy. And then I have my lighting control on Sidus app from the phone down here. So I'll change that. Here, let's stop that. I'll change the colors in the background with the Sidus app from the phone, but I'll leave these. So I've grouped the lights into two groups that are outside the ring, and then the two that are inside the ring. It's another group. So that I keep this, the light that is the key and scratch are going to stay at 5600. That's what I'm balanced on the cameras to. And then I'll change the lights that are on the outside of the ring. And it goes up to the scratch light, and I'm just, see, that one's on battery. And then the other one lost its battery, it died, so then I had to plug it in. And luckily have this tether tools thing, so I can plug that into a D-tap and get AC, you know, for low wattage units. And so again, we're using the same 2-foot ring, and this time I'm grabbing the base ring with 4 G-force clamps, just to be a little more solid, and then 2 points on the cameras. This camera is just kind of a, you know, showing behind the scenes sort of, and then this camera has the prompter on it. So, yep. When it's all said and done, it's a pretty simple rig, but getting here took a little while.
At the end, I just put them on party mode and took it for a spin. Let that get seared into your memory. Cheers.